Welcome everyone to Run Key User Persistence. In this section, we're going to be jumping into another user persistence technique. I think I'd mentioned in a previous video, we are going to cover 4 different techniques that are all in the RTFM. And the second one is a Windows registry modification. If you remember back to my original overview video, we showed how the OneDrive application that Microsoft has loaded actually creates a registry key that starts it on user login. So we're actually going to create a similar key to launch our Adobe executable that we already uploaded to the system. Now, if you don't know how to upload an executable to a host using Sliver, click through to our previous video, which I believe is scheduled task creation. In that video, I go through how to upload a file to the target, how to blend it in, make it look really nice. In this video, we're actually going to reuse that same executable we have uploaded since I already kind of went through those steps. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So let's pull up our playbook here. Let's grab the RTFM creation one-liner, and then we'll fix any of the new lines that are in the Word document. So let's get this copied over to our playbook here. I do know I'm gonna need the file path. You can see it right here. I did mention this in a previous video. Be extremely careful about copy pasting from Microsoft Word because all the quotes get broken. And if you look right here, super close, these quotes look very, let's just call them sharp. They don't look like normal quotes. In fact, I'm so sure of it. Let's test it. Yeah, that's what the normal double quote looks like. So these are encoded weird quotes that are surely going to destroy Sliver. So let's go ahead and delete those. We'll create some fresh quotes and paste in our target path. And then I want to talk through the full command and a couple other modifications we want to make. So what this command is going to do is it's going to open reg.exe. It's going to call the add command. Now it's going to add a reg key value. I think I mentioned this before, but registry keys are kind of like folders and registry key values are kind of like files. So you can add lots of values to different keys. In this case, we are adding a value called Office Updater, which that reminds me, let's go ahead and update that to Adobe Updater. So we're going to add a key value, Adobe Updater, to the registry run key. And you can see that right here. This is the key run. We're adding it there. This is going to be a standard string key. We're going to do whack F for the force option. And then we need to be nice and actually specify the full path to the executable to run. With that, we're done. This is it. This is the only command we need to run to add the persistence technique. So let's go ahead and copy this and we'll go ahead and paste it over to our Sliver session. And it looks like it already grabbed a new line. It already hit enter here for me. It says the operation completed successfully. That's a good sign. Hopefully it worked. Now, bouncing back to the RTFM has a really awesome query function. So let's grab this, we'll copy it, go to our playbook here that we're kind of building up, fix that new line, copy the whole key, paste it in here. So we just queried out the registry run key. Now, I want you to remember that our overview session, right? In that overview talking about persistence, we talked about how OneDrive already had a key. That's legitimate. Microsoft puts that key in pretty much for every new Windows 10 installation. And not surprisingly, we see the OneDrive run key value right here. And then look what's right under it, Adobe Updater. That's the key we just added to this machine. Now, don't forget, the whole reason we're adding it to this entire key right here, the HK current user, software, Microsoft Windows current version run, is that the Windows operating system is going to execute every key that's in this folder on user login. So that means if the machine reboots or turns off, the next time the user logs in, it's going to call our binary, which we specified right here, which is going to give us a new callback, which is awesome, right? Because our callbacks are just running as processes on the machine. They're not saved. They're not automatically persisted or anything. And the last little thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy that. We're going to do a paste. We're going to dir out the exact path that's configured by the key. And this ensures that without a doubt, when this machine reboots, it's going to execute that executable. And sure enough, it showed up here. We should be good to go. We can reboot this machine if we want and wait for that new callback to come in. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's do it. Now, you wouldn't reboot a machine in the real world, right? That's probably not a good idea, but let's do it here for testing. So we'll do a shutdown, whack R for reboot. Whack F is going to force it. I like to give it a 0-second countdown so it's nice and quick, and it should kill our shell, right? We shouldn't be able to run commands after that. Yep, it's dead. It's dead. So that machine is rebooting. Once Sliver goes back to its main screen, we should see a new callback session come in. Woohoo, it worked. Awesome. We just got a new session. If you look over here, new callback from Chicago 04. Let's look a little bit, make sure we see our actual process running, right? Because we added that Windows registry key. It should have called Adobe Updater, I think it was, .exe. So let's do our sessions tac I. We'll paste in the ID from that callback, sessions, and then, okay, so we're good here. Let's do shell, yes. And then we'll do a task list, whack V, find string for Adobe. That's gonna do a task list over the whole target system and then pipe that to find string and only look for any items that have Adobe in them. And sure enough, Adobe Updater.exe, that's perfect, that's what we expected. Now, like the scheduled task, I do wanna show you how to remove this. So let's grab our key, go to our playbook here. We're gonna do reg delete. And then we're gonna change the name here, obviously, because we had it Adobe Updater. And again, something I always like to do when I'm removing artifacts, let's give this a try. I like to do a query first, so let's run that. Cool, we can see it, looks perfect, right? And then we come over, we do a delete. So one thing, again, we deleted it. Let's go ahead, do our query, make sure it is in fact deleted. It's a very big deal if you're just leaving files up on hosts. So if you can get some type of like clean bill of health, right? You just did another query. It is for sure not there. They can go through your logs and see that you did exactly this. That's the best bet. So it's removed, we're good to go. And so that ends this video. I hope it was helpful. We created that registry key that pointed at the executable. We rebooted the host, it called that executable, and then we went ahead and we moved out that registry key, and then finally confirmed it is in fact removed off of the system. So go ahead, click through to the next video. We're actually gonna go over the startup folder.